Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Hope you're having a lovely time. My name is Bradley, also known as the Swim Coach. Today, we are going to be playing a beautiful game of Golf Road to. Yeah. So, we're also going to be. We are currently live on Kick, Twitch, and first time for a while on YouTube. Yeah. I have done a YouTube stream on my gaming one for a while, so I thought I'll have a little go. Now I am having some technical issues with my chat on Kick coming through my Kick filter, so I do apologize for those on Kick, but I do have the dashboard open, so yes, we can sort that out. So that is good to know. And if anyone does chat, it should appear here at the moment, so that's good. So we are going to be playing. We get you onto the main screen. So we're going to be playing this tournament right now. So we've just played the Masters, which we won. Hello, how are you? And also welcome to my Discord as well. So thank you very much. So we've just won the Masters. We just won the RB the Heritage. So now we're back on the PGA Tour. Let's see how we get on with this. Now, let's see if it's coming through. But that's not even coming through on that one as well. Okay, so my chat bot is not working at all. Got to love that, don't we, everyone? We got to love that. Okay, so I've got to keep a close eye on the chat then. At least I know that. That's fine. I do have them set up different to normal, but we can get there. So yeah, let me just move that mic down a little. Yeah, so it is very interesting. It is class as a birthday stream.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour
as it is my birthday tomorrow.
The season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From
We are better
in Mesquite, Nevada, opening round coverage.
I know one thing I forgot. I forgot to change the
promises to be a fun 4 days. A lot of
sound to come through from my other monitor. There we go.
Power, the Irishman,
first on Twitch.
He's already
not first on
nice way to start off here
on the stream. Someone on YouTube beat you. It's your birthday tomorrow. Yep. I'll buy you that pink. Hey, no. No. I did not agree that. I did not agree that, remember. Okay. Oh, we do have quite high winds. Okay. Actually, I want to have a look. Okay, so pins back there. Not much. Oh, everything's going toward pin. We're also a bit of a drop as well. So we'll take that lie there. Get over here. Just fly past this bit.
Always
nice little roll. Just what we want to see.
Be a good one to get this tournament started. Frank, what does the shot into this first green look like?
It's back a little bit up the hill. Bunkers left and right.
really the
Thank you very
biggest
much.
concern, but a well-flighted
Now,
shot
winds
to this
across.
three-level green will be well rewarded.
The elevation's up. I think we'll stick with that actually. We'll catch the bunker, maybe. Yeah.
This par 5 green is well protected. That's two good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play.
What am I doing for my birthday? I am at a swim competition all weekend. Yeah. All weekend. So, we got to love that.
All right, not exactly
Yeah.
what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play.
I'm at a swim comp. Hang on. Later. I'm working later. Just go that way a little bit.
Oh, yes.
What a start. What a start to the tournament.
For a birdie. And that is hopefully a harbinger for the week ahead, as he is very quickly to 1 under par. Ready to tee off here at the second hole. Quite a view from up here, Frank. Once again, big elevated tee, and it's hard to imagine you have a tee that high up, but
Another elevation.
445 yards.
I think we can keep with that because of
you got to be careful if you
the
hit driver
drop down
because then you can run out.
with the wind. We'll take the risk.
Relatively straight shot into this sort of par 4 green.
Going to take the risk.
Back up the hill, and once again, a little bit like that opening hole, sort of different tiers on that green.
Get the winds helped us out here a lot.
That one gonna be
340.
So following the birdie,
Nice read there, I think.
Drive here at the second. Put himself in an excellent position. Keyboards 88 yards. Really good opportunity here. Second shot.
Now the wind's slightly. We have a long putt on our hand here. Maybe not. I think we kind of judged that right.
In golf, you know, you've heard the term.
Liking that.
You'd love that a do over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just that's very poor from that range.
Yeah, I know. It is a nice birthday when you got to spend it at swim competition.
The gay is down there.
And this has a pretty clear right to left break to it. Players got to recognize the speed. This is when the guys leave short quite.
Didn't read that one properly.
Yeah, tough to know just how far out to the right to play that one.
Yeah.
I mean, that was not far enough.
Bit of annoying.
Like that.
But we'll get there.
Off for par here at the second, and he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. Frank, 227 yards from the back here at the par 3 third. This is all you want. Well, that's for sure. It plays a little longer than that too by virtue of playing uphill. Thin air might negate some of that. There's going to be a good shot just to keep the ball on the green. One of the smaller greens here.
I don't like this. I'm going to try it. Bounce it up. Probably not going to go. Need a drive on this hole, actually.
Yeah, and with the elevated green,
yeah,
might have needed an extra club, as that won't get there. Still work to do to get this on the green. This is second.
May drop a shot here, or maybe not. Maybe. Don't you dare roll back.
Well, you've got to use that leading edge of the club. I know you've got to use some power there, but if you turn the loft down, it will not get out of the grass.
This is a weird hole. I've got to admit that. Yeah, this is a weird hole. We're going to drop a shot.
Well,
Okay, that 2 shots.
not to be.
Oh. Oh, bogey.
So that one finished off.
Not good.
Bogey. And he's going to fall back now to
Probably one of the hardest holes I've played, actually.
383-yard fourth hole. Certainly not long, Frank, but there's plenty of trouble out there.
Yeah, this is very much a positional hole. This is not sort of tee it up with a driver and just rip it down. It's just find the fairway. You're going to have virtually just a short wedge, 9-iron really at the most into this green. And really, this is a good chance for a birdie. So 2 good shots, and you shouldn't be too far away. It's so hard to bounce back after
Look at
a
that.
huge score, especially when you're still reeling from it. But
Oh, no, we're not now.
screws back in the head there. Just take a little breath, maybe 2. Decent swing. Don't try and kill it. Exactly like that.
Great roll back.
Really good shot.
A nice round number here at even 100 yards coming up for his second.
Speed. Just stays on. Just stays
Not quite
on.
sure that strike, whether they got it all, but ball's just come up a little shy. Outside chance for a birdie.
Noted this for birdie.
And this is pretty flat all the way. I don't think there's much in it at all.
Oh, the pace was spot on. That
What
ball
the hell
spot
happened there with that
just
ball?
Decided not to go down. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4.
That was a weird
He'll
one.
stay at 1 over. We come now to one of Wolf Creek's signature holes, the 400.
Yeah, that was very weird.
Par 5 fifth, another elevated tee. The key here is to clear the desert and creek off the tee and find the fairway. From there, reaching the green in 2 is definitely a possibility.
Getting held up by the wind. That's fine.
Just what you want at this
We'll
point
take that.
around. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there.
This is a bit of a... Oh, this is a fast... We're taking a risk it. Didn't even take the risk. Didn't even get up.
Second shot got all the way down by the green, but in the bunker. So we'll have to see what the explosion shot can do from here. Really need a birdie right now.
I was surprised about that. I was very surprised about that shot.
Good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. The great British announcers would call this a little bit of a tiddler. A good opportunity lost there.
God. Not doing well.
Okay, that one.
These-
finished
these-
off for a
these-
par. And he'll remain
Holes are
where he is.
very interesting, shall I say.
Frank, standing on the 6th tee and looking out at this golf course, I can't help but think that if you hit it offline here, you're going to be playing golf with the Billy Goats.
Yeah, you might actually turn into a billy goat come the end of the day. That's for sure. The huge elevation changes once again are apparent here at the 6th. 'Tis a dogleg to the right, not really a driver unless you want to sort of bring that creek into play, a little stream that cuts across.
Do we take this on?
A little bit uphill. Those bunkers are really where you should.
I'm going to go for it.
Know that.
We're going to go.
This green is anything other than flat. A fun-looking hole too, and a fun hole to play.
We're going for it. Oh, it's even gone a lot further than what I thought. God.
And that's going to wind up in the
161.
So this opening round not progressing as planned here in the early going. So this one going to have to carry a long way.
We got that. Towards the hole. Ball back. Ball back.
We talk so much about that dreaded long bunker shot, and that was
Oh
played
my
beautiful.
God.
I would take that any day of the week.
A look here at birdie.
Not a ton in this, but you have to hit it firm.
Missed.
Just needed a little bit more.
That was so close.
Get it there.
Oh my God.
For par here at the 6th. And he'll stay right where he is. Now on to the par 4 7th hole. Is this a reachable par 4, Frank?
Distance-wise, you would think so, but the designer has done something to avoid that, and it's put all this water in front of the green. It would take a mammoth tee shot, something like 300 yards through the air if you're going to try and even drive this green. Is the risk worth it? Well, if you're just playing with your friends, maybe it is. Otherwise, you just lay it up, just past those those bunkers on the right and the left. Get it down there on the flat. A little pitch, you would think is simple, but because of the slope of this fairway, chances are you might not get a flat lie, and that's going to make that second shot that much.
40. Yeah. May go through the green.
This has got a chance.
Oh, maybe good. That ridge, roll back. Like that. On to. Okay.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this
Take
guy,
that.
yes, he has.
This is a big old putt.
What a shot.
I'm aiming. I'm going to aim quite a way out. If I don't get it, I mean it gets a downhill putt. Okay.
Nah, that's a little
I aimed a bit too much, but I was trying to get a downhill putt. Misread that.
Missed it left. That's a letdown.
Bit of a shame.
That one
Bit of a shame.
It'll be a par here at 7, and he'll remain right where he is. Frank, this is the kind of hole that you like to drop a bag of balls and just have fun. Hit it all day long as if you were at the range. Unfortunately, you only get one crack, and you better be good. This is a tough hole.
Well, if you find the water, actually, you might get another one up there. It certainly is a tough hole, though, Rich. The stream going all the way down the left-hand side, and that wraps right around the left behind the screen, makes that tee shot. Well, it certainly makes you think about
Because of the wind,
while you're on the tee.
downhill counts itself out, I reckon.
There's nothing wrong if you just
No, it doesn't.
on the right, but,
Much.
miss the green by a yard on the left, you pay a very
But
steep price.
we'll take that shot.
Okay, he'll have
We're on the
putt in
green.
hand, but a long look coming up from the back portion of this green. So now
5 yard,
it's from
55
feet
foot
away.
putt.
It's for birdie.
There. May cut back in as well. Oh. Not enough.
Yeah, I'm putts this long, so hard to gauge the speed, and that's maybe
They probably got a
what you'd
bit more
expect.
closer.
This from about 10 feet. Okay, good roll.
We'll take that.
It is a par here.
We are still +1.
And he'll stay
We're
right
trying to
where
get
he is.
used to these courses.
Stepping up to the shot here at the 9th. It's a par 4, 390 yards.
It is anything
But we
other
do
than
need to get some birdies on the board.
undulations and curvature on the fairway. You'd think well bunkered, but the last bunker on the right side there, longer hitters, they can nearly fly that, just over 300 yards. Either that, shorter hitter, just play to that fat area of the green. That'll be sort of some, 270 yards. That will take all the water out of play into a green that slopes back at you. Good chance even with a wedge.
Hopefully we can get up there and push through.
Good way to finish the front 9.
So now from just 76 yards away, here's his second.
Didn't want that backspin. Did not want that backspin.
Putting surface, but work
Yeah.
to do from there. Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. This is well back there and into the hill.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, what a
Get in there.
It's in from long.
What a
It's in
putt.
for birdie here at the 9th, and that will mean this is an even par front side. There's a lot happening on this par 4 10th at 472 yards, though it is one of the few
Just what we wanted.
tee shots here at Wolf Creek. You can see there are bunkers and a lake on the left and then the brush on the right. So you want to get this ball in play. That's important.
Preston hole is it? Over the water here. Lit fairway.
Good swing and a good result.
One part of it's got a rough on.
Safely into the fairway.
I like that.
Wind coming from his right.
Wind is
Set for his second.
up a lot. We're just short, aren't we? Now, do we putt off or do we have a little chip?
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
I think we have a little not flop. Oh, maybe you have to be a little chip then. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, how about the touch right there?
I almost read that well.
Hard to do much better than that. It was
Oh
nearly
my
perfect.
God.
So that's
How close was that to a
par.
chip in?
Start this backside, and he'll stay at level par. Here now at the 215-yard par 3 11th, another elevated tee shot, meaning it usually plays shorter than the yardage. A miss right is definitely better than a miss left.
And the wind's enough, so it's gonna drop right back. That's been good.
That is highly skilled.
Good.
right
That's what we want.
Held it off against that breeze. Beautifully done. A very makeable 8-footer for birdie.
Oh,
Done. That one.
thought that was just going to take it away there a little bit then. Got away with it. We'll take it.
Frank, the par 5 12th is another case of a hole where you see that Wolf Creek Golf Club can actually be kind of scary, daunting. You look out at the desert mountains, and then you add in some water, which we have here on the left, and you can go for some big numbers here if you're not careful.
Well, this is where the Wolf and the Creek can take a bite out of you. You hit it left off the tee, then you're certainly going to start to rack up a number. There's enough fairway down the right, but once again, if you hit a good drive and this hole is reachable for you, then you've got to worry about the water, which is to the right of this green. 5 wouldn't be the worst score you could make around here, that's for sure.
That's annoying.
6s and 7s.
Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank.
Stop. Stay up. Don't. It was going to go down that little ridge then.
Par 5, Frank, certainly a birdie is well
Yeah.
within range.
Well, from that distance, that second shot, I mean, that's inside the PGA Tour standard, really. 2 super
This is
shots.
quite fast.
Outside chance for 3.
Quite fast. No, I haven't done it enough. Yeah. That just rolls.
A straightforward look here for birdie.
It is almost straight.
Nicely done.
Like that.
Straight birdies here
Back to
early on
back.
this backside.
Could have probably got an eagle, but misjudged the putt on that.
13th hole here at Wolf Creek, and Frank, anyone can say, oh, I'm going to take this one over the trees, but very few can stand up and say, I'm flying this baby clear over the mountains.
Yeah, if you take the direct route, obviously it's going to be much shorter than the 350 yards that it's measured as a dogleg right. So the direct line, well, I don't want to tell you the exact yardage because it might give you too much of a clue, but it might be worth taking. It's going to be a blind tee shot, though, and you're not quite sure on the outcome.
Take the risk. Go for it. Oh, out of bounds. We got to play up on the hill. Oh my god. Oh my god. Kind of take that.
Okay, on the green, but that's going to leave a putt.
Bit weird.
Get your attention. A birdie opportunity.
Yeah.
Here, 13.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Let's just go. Oh,
He has a 12-footer here.
we'll take the par. We'll take that par.
Putt there to save par, and he'll stay at 2 under.
Playing on the mountaintop.
Now to the 14th hole, and Frank, this is probably the best par 4 here at Wolf Creek.
It's certainly the hole that they take the most photographs on, Rich, and you can see why. Great vantage point of the whole golf course. The hole's just sort of littered with bunkers down the left side, so you know where not to go once again. Go to the right side of that. Hole just keeps sort of hooking around that left side. It plays under
Get
450
onto that double
yards. It's
point.
fine.
Oh
Just
God.
draw it a little off the tee, draw it a little into the green, and you'll be fine.
No, didn't get away with that one.
Errant tee shot here, Rich, but gonna have to muscle this one.
Bit of a
into the
nightmare.
rough.
So he may need to choke up on this one as he gets set for his second. I like the looks of this one.
Jack Nicklaus always told me
You like that shot?
was the goal. Little left, but hole high and inside 10 feet. Well done.
That's how you play this 14th hole.
Gotta love that.
For birdie.
Wheat.
Now to the par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. Frank, this is the shortest hole on the course.
And their version of a postage stamp type hole, minus the bunkers on the right side. Green elevated, falls off as you can see down the left side. Club selection is vital, but it is such a short hole. It's very, very tempting, especially when that flag's on the left side, to still go at it. But you miss this green on the left, and you are going to be considerably lower than the level of this green.
That's all right. Bang on pin. Bang on pin. We will take that shot. That is a lovely shot.
Against that breeze. Beautifully done. The putter on point.
Lovely.
Here in the round. Birdies at 14 and 15. Onward to the shortest and one of the easiest holes here at Wolf Creek, the 125-yard par 3 15. The only trouble here, the deep greenside bunkers on the
Ooh,
left. This will be a
that is
short putt.
lovely and refreshing.
Want to stick in there close.
Could run a lot here. Could run a lot. Stay in the fairway. Don't go in the bunker.
Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another
Lovely.
fine effort off the tee.
Then we got a little spin shot up this, I reckon.
Good chance.
There's a
of going in
pitch.
Close from here. This is
But-
second.
Get a little spinning on. Nice.
11 feet away.
Almost dead straight.
All straight in.
There's that run.
Well done.
3 on a trot.
Birdie here at 16. We come now to a great risk-reward challenge. 562-yard par 5 17th. Good drive will roll down the hill, offering a chance to get home in 2. But if you don't get there, your ball might roll back into a lake. Good luck.
Oh, about under hitting this.
Oh, that's got to hit the brakes.
Water.
Oh, that is an uncharacteristic mistake in what has been a round full of precision. That ball offline, off the tee, and into the water. So he'll take the drive and
Oof.
now go about trying to somehow save par, and this will be his third to the par 5.
I thought it had a good chance of actually getting up over it as well.
And a good
Bit of a nuisance, but
as close as what you'd like.
we'll take it.
Solid.
Now this for another birdie.
Get away with this. We get within 2 foot, I'll be happy.
close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt.
I'll be happy.
That one finished off. It's in
That's the thing, you got to try and read the greens.
at 5 under.
Some of these greens on this course are very, very hard to read.
Finishing our round at Wolf Creek with another short par 4, 307-yard 18. Fairway wood or hybrid off the tee might be in order. The approach is the scary part here. Waterfall on the left, deep bunkers and rocks on the right, and a two-tiered green that will make for a tough two-putt.
You can get up there, though. We'll get up there. Maybe not. Bunk up.
And that was flirting with disaster the whole way, and it's going to wind up hopping into the bunker. Second now from the sand here at 18.
Catch it. Off here. Hold it to see if it can spin back and almost go in.
Yeah, big explosion. Got it to stop quickly, and that will be a birdie opportunity coming up.
That would have been a
Great way to finish off.
good little eagle there, but
Birdie opportunity.
we end up with a birdie instead.
Okay,
We'll
it's a
take that.
nice finish, a birdie at 18, and that will be an opening round 66. That's some good playing. Our featured golfer in a good position, you'd have to say. Just 3 shots off the pace after round 1.
Just got to keep the leaders in check, though. Can't afford to get further away.
Till next time for our entire.
Yeah, we'll take it. Win like this time. 10 to 15 miles an hour again. Ooh. This is going to be interesting, I think. Very interesting.
EA Sports
Oh,
proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Mesquite, Nevada and Wolf Creek Golf Club, live second-round coverage of the Mesquite Classic. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the
this win could help us.
We show you the leaderboard.
Oh,
Steven Yeager is your leader. He's currently at 13 under. As for our featured
Bounce
golfer,
lucky.
that current score is
Bounce lucky.
on the number right now in terms of making the cut
nice.
and playing the weekend.
What is that cut line? Doesn't say anything at the moment. Cut line 6 under, so we're on 6 under right now. Okay. I probably dropped 1 club length too much.
What he wanted to do after the tee shot,
It's
put
fine.
himself in really good position here on the
Spinner. Love the spinner. We probably aimed a bit more close to the hole, to be honest.
Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. And now down to a man who knows a little bit about this golf course, Nota Begay, with a look here at the birdie putt.
And I don't think he'll want to deviate from a straight-in read, just a little uphill.
Don't mind that.
Okay,
Don't mind that
into
at all at the
par
moment.
Here at the first, and he'll remain at 6 under par. Here at the par 4,
We are 7 shots off the leader.
Second hole, severe dogleg to the left. What's the best play here?
If we can make it to round 4 as well. Now we've got the wind, so we
is probably going to be important here, because if you hit driver, you've got to take it down over that left side, all over the canyon area.
I'm
So
going
if
to
you
go
hit
for it.
forward, you can play a slightly more conservative tee shot, but it is going to leave you a longer second shot to a green that's well protected on the right side by bunkers. But really, you know, if the wind's not
Probably,
blowing, this is a really good
I could have
fun
almost
to play
driven
with the vistas.
the hole. I could have probably gone for it.
Strong for this hole, eh?
Yeah, I could have probably gone for the hole.
Into the rough. Big hit though. That's the benefit of really bombing a tee shot down there. Sets up a simple little chip and a birdie.
What a few shots that was.
Okay, no
Oh
problem
my
there.
God.
Picking off a birdie at number 2. And on the heels of yesterday's 66, he'll get it to 1 under par for his round today. All right, Frank, describe the third hole.
Well, it's a par 3 with a bit of a tabletop green, Rich. Some bunkers right and left of that, but also
The hole that I hate.
Further. This tee shot is uphill, unlike the opening 2 holes. So a 3 here, and that certainly won't hurt the scorecard.
Even with a 6 hybrid, I can't even get up
And
there.
the uphill shot there, difficult to judge, and that will wind up short. Maybe a spot for the lob wedge, a second to the par 3.
I just had to get up on the green. That's what I had to do, try and get up on the green. It's going to roll back towards the hole a bit, but not as much.
Okay, a little left to do, but safely on the green. This will be a 14-foot putt here.
Gonna drop the shot again.
Yeah, that's well.
Oh.
It is for bogey here at the par 3, and he's going to fall to 6 under par.
We're on that cut line again.
This is a good hole here at Wolf Creek, the 4th, par 4 at 383 yards with a pretty severe dogleg to the right. Back to the tee here at Wolf Creek. A lot of sand along the right side of this fairway leading up to the green, Frank.
Yeah, I can't even count how many bunkers they got down that right side. It's easy to see where not to go. So obviously you want to
I'll take some off.
Side, and then really it's just
See if we can get the run up.
Yeah, this hole's only 383 yards. And when he
300 yard hit.
But of course you've got to be careful.
Now we've got the wind with us.
Fairway first once again here. You can see all the problems around there if you do miss this fairway.
Yeah, up enough. Oh, we're in the bunker. That's a nuisance.
Gonna have to try and give this a good thump to fly it to the hole.
Now we've got a hard putt, and
Yeah, look how quick that was. Very difficult to get that to stop, even out of the sand.
we're going to drop another shot, I reckon. Yeah.
Nah, that might have been a little more break than he was expecting, as that one winds up undercutting the hole. That one finished off.
Not good.
Bogey here at 4.
Bogey.
He'll fall back to 5 under.
Yeah. Not looking good there.
This is one of the signature holes here at Wolf Creek. Par 5 fifth is 490 yards, and you can get home in 2 and maybe have a story to tell when you're all done. Maybe an eagle 3.
Hoping this is going to take it. We get over that. Over. Yeah.
And
Lovely.
that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway.
Nice.
Now a big spot here for something good. This is short second to the par 5.
Yeah, but we've got the wind with us. So, taking some off, but should have done. Should have done. Why did I do that?
Has to be thrilled with that second
I'm
shot
not.
here to the par 5, Frank.
That was not a good second shot.
Out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
We aimed a bit more past it.
Stone dead.
That comes up, yeah.
10-foot putt left.
Dead straight. I've dropped another shot. No, I haven't. That's for a birdie. Boo. Ah.
Yeah, that's good putt. It is a par here at the 5th. And he'll remain right where he is. Frank, here at the 6th, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee?
Got to be careful here for the longer hitters, Rich. Driver actually might be too much. That stream that we just saw at the par 5 fifth hole, it also comes across here. So something that lands short of that, which is in the vicinity of 280, 290 yards. That's the key. From there, well, you're not going to have too much more in, sort of 140, 150 yards in. It is a dog leg right, but find that fairway there. Second shot played just a fraction uphill. And this green, it's got more humps and hollows in it.
It's a beautiful shot.
This course is absolutely crazy.
A good break got him here. Now his second to the par 4.
Maybe should have gone up one more club length. Yeah, I should have done. Why did I not read that properly?
Not sure what happened there. Wrong club selection, poor execution. Regardless, a lot of meat still on that bone.
What's that?
Okay, not too bad there.
Bit of a nuisance.
Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th.
Ah, oh,
And he'll stay right where he is.
on that cut line.
Maybe the best risk-reward hole here at Wolf Creek is right here at the par 4-7. It is, without question, drivable at 302 yards. However, getting that tee shot to stay on the green can often be a different story. We see plenty of shots go over the back, leaving an incredibly difficult pitch shot off the desert floor. Oh!
Ouch. We're going to drop another shot, aren't we? Not good.
12 feet still to go. That one just gonna sneak on by. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And that's gonna drop
Not good.
to 4 under par.
Not good.
Frank, I really like this hole, the par 3-8 here at Wolf Creek.
It measures just under 250 yards. Really what you want to know is the yardage just to the front edge of the green. Anything obviously that carries sort of 5 or 6 paces on there, then at least you've got a relatively big green to hit at. But you can see the trouble that surrounds short and left of this green, as well as just over the back.
Oh, this
Here we
is
go.
getting out to the right.
In the water.
Be trouble. Oh, and you saw that splash there. That is into the hazard. Okay, so now after the drop and the penalty stroke, this will become his third shot now at the par 3.
Went close to the hole. It goes in, it goes in.
Oh, what a putt there.
I'll take that. Got lucky there. And also got lucky with that drop point as well.
At 4 under. Finishing up the front side here at Wolf Creek with the 390-yard par 4 9. Bit of a breather here. Time to pull out the big stick and let it rip. Find the fairway, and a birdie is definitely in play. No issues here.
Fair.
That is into the fairway. So after the big drive, this a short approach to the par 4. Okay, not a bad.
We'll take that.
Good shot. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Nothing to it. Well done. It's a birdie here.
Oh, that was a close one.
Will show he goes out in 37, 1 over par. The par 4 10th, and Frank, what
Still not looking good, to be honest.
A little deceiving off the tee here, Rich, because you don't see the full width of the fairway.
-6 is the putt line and I'm +1.
You do see those bunkers down the left. 280 yards take them completely out of
Ouch.
play. And it's a fun green, obviously protected
Ouch.
by the bunkers on the left and that little one pop bunker on the right. But be aware of the contours of this green and just be aware too where they stick the flag.
We need a
Front section, then this
big,
is a birdie.
big back 9.
long drive, but a bad lie. Wicked. So a poor tee shot at 10, now his second.
Oh. I didn't expect it to go too long, to be honest. Pitch. We'll go here, I think. Touch the lip of the cup.
This is a 9-footer. Safely in. It's a par here at.
Oh, we've got away with that one.
He's going to need to come up with a few birdies in short order if he wants to play the weekend. We're here at the downhill par 3 11th hole. Frank, it's 215 yards from the back tee.
This hole certainly is not for the faint of heart. When you look at that tee shot, you think, oh my God, what do I do from here? But remind yourself, it's 215 yards and really only about 160, 170 yards to green grass again. But it's 215 yards. That should be the club. That
2 club lengths off of here.
Big enough, just persuade yourself that. Try not to look at the canyon and the desert. There is a green down there.
Oh,
The hole is playable.
that's a nice one.
That is highly skilled right there. Just held it off against that breeze. Beautifully done. Now, that one's going to go begging. It misses right. Frustration there.
That is frustrating.
So that brushed in for par here at 11. And he'll remain right where he is.
Need 3 or 4 more shots
To a par 5 here at the 12th.
just to be safe.
560 yards, a sweeping dog leg left, and there is some trouble down that left side.
This is a scary tee shot. There's no two ways about it, Rich.
I'm aiming there.
You've got to get the ball in play because you can really rack up a good score here. That water very much in play. Doesn't matter what club you decide to hit off the tee.
Nice.
60 yards, actually.
Lovely drive.
Believe it or not. But,
400?
you've got to get it
400?
You don't really have to be too
401.
too much over there. The other thing
What
to
a
consider
bomb.
about is this green is nearly half the length of an NFL.
400 yards.
5 yards from the front of this green to the back of the green.
Got every bit of that, flew it all the way there and got it to stop. Hole in 2 on the par 5. Sitting in the catbird seat right now after 2 perfect golf shots. Now this for an eagle. Boy, you don't get eagle putts from that distance every day, but that one never got online. Nothing to it. It's a birdie here at 12. And that's a step in the right direction, but he is not through to the weekend yet, as he is currently right on the cut line. Now to the 13th hole, and, I don't know, should we just fly it over the mountains, Frank?
It looks like that, but then you better find dry land. 350 yards, but as the crow flies, it's probably just a little over 300 yards. I don't know if the mere mortals would really want to flash it across that desert ridge. You probably want to play a little left of it, have a little pitch up the hill, but if you're one of the longer hitters, why not just try it, see if you can make it.
Right after the birdie, here's a tee shot that's going to wind up in the bunker. The tee shot collected here, now a short one for his second. Not an ideal result there. Hoping to maybe get this close. It is on the green, but not where you want to be. Needed a touch more speed, and that would have gone in. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. But that's going to keep him on the outside looking in terms of playing the weekend. Here we are at one of the most photographed holes at Wolf Creek. 444-yard, par 4 14th, sweeping dogleg left. Avoid the 6 bunkers hugging the left side of the fairway and enjoy the view. And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. From the fairway nota, this is second.
He's looking at 153 yards to the front, 142 to the hole. Wind definitely hurting in his face.
Well, had a good lie in the fairway, but couldn't do anything with it. That comes up woefully short. Yeah, that one came out hot, tough to judge sometimes, coming out of the sand, and that winds up well beyond the flag. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. Safely in. It's a bogey here at 14. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit. Don't you just love a really short par 3? This 15th is only 125 yards. Maybe grip down on a wedge, clip it just perfectly, stuff it in there close and make it 2. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. This from about 10 feet. Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15. And he'll stay right where he is. Now to the 16th hole, and Frank, another good scoring chance.
If you can avoid the confusion off the tee, it looks like the hole might be a dogleg, then is it a carry? It meanders from one way to the other, but really when you actually break the hole down, it's virtually straight ahead. Those two bunkers in the driving distance, they frame the hole nicely, so play it as a straightaway par 4. It should set up beautifully for just a little short iron and perhaps a birdie opportunity.
Oh, you'd love a second shot like this on every hole, wouldn't you? Something just under 100 yards, something easy to dial in. I mean, there wouldn't be a flag you wouldn't hit at.
Okay, didn't want to let that one get away. It is a par here at 16, but that may just mean it's going to take a birdie finish to see him through to the weekend. Frank, you licking your chops here at the par 5, 17th hole?
Oh, why not? A chance to reach a par 5 and 2, but there's still pitfalls in front of you. A little creek or stream runs across the fairway, so really limiting the distance you can hit that tee shot, but it's still reachable from just short of that creek. Find trouble off the tee, then obviously you turn it into a 3-shotter, but a good tee shot, and it's too tempting to resist not going for this green.
And that, a good-looking shot there, well placed in the fairway. But that one had to feel good.
Yeah, it struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Oh, yeah. That's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. This is a cool finishing hole here at Wolf Creek, just 307 yards, a shorty. And it's probably a fairway wood or a hybrid off the tee. What presents a problem, that approach shot. Waterfall on the left, it looks nice, but you just want to stare at it. You don't want to hit your shot there. Deep bunkers and rocks on the right, and a funky green that is really a challenge. This is an excellent finishing hole. Oh, this is right, and this is big trouble. And that ball not wanting to cooperate, and it is into the hazard. Okay, so the drop taken, and that will set up what's going to be his third now to this par 4. Yep, played that nicely. That'll work out just fine. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Didn't trust the read there, and that's going to cost him. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And that won't help the cause one bit. So for our featured golfer, Frankie, it is on to the weekend. Who knows, if you get out early on Saturday, try and post a number. See what happens.
Exactly. There's such a fine line, Rich, between playing.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the desert town of Mesquite, Nevada and Wolf Creek Golf Club, it's third-round coverage of the Mesquite Classic. Well, if yesterday was any indication, we should be in for a memorable weekend of golf here as we take in the leaderboard on this Saturday. We've got a tie up at the top at 14 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer needing to go low here, currently 8 shots off the front-running pace. And that is a laser to start things out, and from there he should have a chance to go for this opening green in 2.
Two shots around this green is always good. Now, for a little CVS, perhaps a third shot on this par 5, get one close, maybe make 4.
So now eyeing this one for birdie. Okay, a well-played hole there. It is birdie to kick off the round. And that's going to get him to 1 under for the round and 7 under now for the tournament. Frank, there's so many impressive holes here at Wolf Creek, but the second really stands out.
Yeah, that tee box, is it 9 stories high? It's hard to imagine you can tee up that high, and obviously trying to judge distance is one thing, but also just the visual that you get.
And this round starting off strong after the birdie at the first. This in the fairway at number 2. A pretty ideal wedge distance here, 95 yards for his second.
That's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Right, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
That finished off for par here at the second, and he'll stay at 7 under. Onward to the first par 3 here at Wolf Creek, 227-yard third, uphill, so it plays a lot longer than the yardage indicates. Better to be long here than short. All right, you don't have to catch it on the middle of the face every time. That's on the middle of the dance floor, and a birdie putt coming up. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll remain right where he is. Coming now to the 383-yard par 4 fourth. Severe dog leg right. Fairway wood or hybrid off the tee might be the play here. Just make sure you avoid the series of bunkers on the right. And no issues there. Good tee shot in the short grass. Well, Frank, as we know, golf is not played generally on a flat surface, and here we go, uphill.
Yeah, and the uphill lie is going to guarantee you more loft than normal. So you're going to have to counteract that with maybe an extra club. Really nothing wrong with that approach shot. Just a little shy of where you'd like to finish up, but still, one good putt, maybe a birdie.
We turn to Nota Begay the third for this look at birdie.
And he's got to be happy where this ball wound up. Just slightly uphill, looks almost dead straight.
We're in the desert, partner. I need water.
You're going to get it here, Rich. Par 5 second hole's got a nice stream that runs down the left side, as well as cutting the fairway. There's a crop of some 3 bunkers down that right side. I want to avoid that, but yeah, Rich, this hole isn't too long. Under 500 yards, not even going to play that long, so very reachable. That tee shot shoot off an enormous amount on this par 5. Easily reachable.
I was on mute. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I was on mute. My fault.
Getting home in two. This his second.
Up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Stay up. Good.
Got every bit of that.
Got up and a bit of a down.
And got it to stop. Home in two on the par 5.
Finally hit this. Fine.
Yeah, that's a little more uphill than you think, and that's going to come up a bit short. This now 7 feet for his birdie.
Take that for the birdie. Got a bit lucky, but we'll take it.
And he's worked it to 9 under par.
It was 9 under, so it's fine.
447-yard par 4. Pretty good hole, Frank.
Yeah, probably a layup hole too for the longer hitters. Something out there around the 280, 290-yard mark to make sure you don't go it in the stream. Obviously, it's a dogleg right, as you can see. The canyon on both sides is sort of well-defined, so you know where not to go. Second shot plays a little bit back up the hill to a green, once again, that's anything other than flat. It's fun. You've got to make sure you get that ball on the right tier. If you want
The driver may have actually got it itself over.
Noticeable breeze coming right to left as he eyes his second.
May have gone up, watch the club length. Hey, lucky.
That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Gonna have to accelerate through the sand here to give this enough carry. Boy, that was on an aggressive line. Couldn't quite get it to stop, and that will be left for par. Okay, that's good putt. It is in to save par. And it'll stay at -9. Onward to the short but really fun 7, 302-yard par 4 hybrid or fairway wood off the tee. Should get you over a ridge that rolls downhill, leaving a short iron over a creek to the green.
Drop. Drop. Oh, it's going to go in quick.
Oh,
Oh, maybe not. Maybe it is. Get lucky. Hang on, guys. Hey, guys, bear with me a second. Sorry about that, guys. It was as some of you know, we do have some builders in, and we're having a new extension done, and they want to know what's the tiles they want to go, landscape or portrait. Yeah. And as it is not my ensuite, it is not my choice. So I had to phone the person in charge of it, and hopefully it's correct. Stop. No. Right. So we're going to drop a shot here. We're going to drop a few more shots here.
I know that's not deliberate, but we're going to see the same shot again. Ball barely moved.
Quadruple bogey.
His finest effort, and it's going to leave a very anxious putt to save bogey. Okay, no further damage.
Just a bogey, okay. I thought it was more than that.
Frank, the par 3/8 really is Wolf Creek in a nutshell. It's hard and it's really pretty.
It is, and it's really long too. Just under 250 yards off that back tee. Slight bit of elevation, but you can see from the tee, obviously, where you don't want to go and where you do go. If you're a little, tender of heart, then aim for the right side and avoid all that water down the left.
Okay. We did drop a few club lengths.
Okay,
We dropped about 3 then.
Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, it's the break that you've really got to consider here. It will come from right to left. You've got to start
Didn't aim enough.
and you've got a good chance of getting it close.
Just 5 feet left. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he's going to.
We need birdies.
8 under.
Yeah, we need birdies.
Set to round out the front side here at Wolf Creek with a par 4.
Fun hole for the big hitter too.
Do keep getting some birdies on this hole.
The last fairway bunker down there on the right side is just over 300 yards.
Wind's in our favour as well, so we can get up there.
Longer hitters can nearly drive it in the green side bunker on the right. So just tee it up there. You're playing desert golf for a reason. Enjoy it. Just have a little flick in here and chance too to have a little birdie at the end of your front 9.
That is just a beautiful shot. So a big drive and not much needed to carry here for his second.
Go. Stop.
Maybe not what you're hoping for from
Need it to roll a little bit more.
No damage. It's on the green.
Oh, maybe go right to left. We've only hit this.
Nah, that's a bit timid, and that's got to leave him a lot more than he'd like.
We'll take that.
But it's in for par here at the 9th, and he'll go out in 34, 2 under par for this front side. Starting the backside here at Wolf Creek with a 472-yard par 4 10th. One of the rare, relatively flat tee shots. Lake and bunkers on the left, brush on the right, but the landing area is wider than it looks, so anywhere on the short stuff is good.
Not good.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Ball above his feet here as he decides how to play his second.
I'm gonna pass that. Stay. Where's that little ridge I'm trying to get up and it's avoiding?
Gonna have to take pretty much a full swing at this one with the putter because this one is into the hill and the hole is cut back.
Turned.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. So that's in for par to start this backside. And he'll stay right where he is. Now at the par 3 11,
Oh.
it is 215 yards. You can see with that elevated tee, it doesn't play quite as long as you're coming downhill. You certainly don't want to miss it left here.
It's downhill, but the wind's us. Counteract should, but get a lot of spin back here. Actually.
And that one gonna wind up smack dab in the middle of the green. Should make this about 80% of the time. It's for birdie. Okay, that ball on line all the way. It's a birdie here at 11. And he will definitely not say no to that. Now to the par 5, 12. Pretty big hole with a really big green.
And a really good blue area to the left.
We got lucky there.
That's to be avoided off this tee, that's for sure. A good drive that avoids all of
We'll
that.
go about here.
The hole is certainly reachable, but as you can see, water creeps in again, back right on this hole. So just don't get too cavalier here. A 5 wouldn't be the worst score. I know you want better, but believe me, seen many a 6s and 7s racked up here at 12. Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
Roll. Stop. Game, lovely drive.
I like it a lot. He's going to love it if he can get out of here with the 3, and that's a possibility. Yeah, that's a nice putt. Getting it there up the hill.
We'll take it.
This got there just a little wide of the mark. Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. And he's into double figures now at 10 under par. Well, this is all about temptation at 350 yards. This 13th here at Wolf Creek with a dog leg to the right. If you're a long hitter, you're thinking about it. Maybe you're going to cut the dog leg and try to drive the green, but keep in mind, if you miss it to the right, wave goodbye to your golf ball.
We're going power. Bunker, mind you. Go. Take it.
And that one gonna be into the bunker off the tee. Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump That's how you can take advantage of this course. Big drive, fine bunker shot, and a good look coming up for a 3. Oh, missed it right. Just didn't have the right line. Okay, safely in for his par. And he's going to
Thought that
remain
could have been a.
7 under.
Yeah, I think that could have been.
Certain holes in golf, you just want to pull out the phone and snap a picture and just soak it all in. This is one of those holes, the 14th at Wolf Creek, 444 yards. Spectacular, isn't it? Turning out to be a wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this
Didn't like that well back.
another fine tee shot. Now note his second from the fairway.
157 yards left. Wind is helping from behind, so you can take a little less club.
But I've also got to go up the hill, which I should say. Maybe, okay.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realize if you just miss hit the middle of the club by 1/4 of an inch, you lose 10%? That's right, 10%.
Tell you what, lag putting, such an underrated part of the game, and that is well done there. No issues there. It is a par here at 14.
Close.
And he'll remain right where he is.
Come on, let's finish strong.
Here at Wolf Creek with the 393-yard par 4.
I said we got to finish like 14 under.
Is required. 2 greenside bunkers must be avoided on the approach. Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. That's a fun tee shot to hit right there. You know the wind is at your back. You
That was lovely.
high and just let it go. Get it up there.
Now,
in the
can we
jet stream,
get
and
this?
that's just what he did. He's going to love that. Not that time. That's going to slip on by. Nope, got up and out of that one quickly. You could see it. Okay, a bogey here at the 15th. And he's going to drop back to -9. All right, into the finishing stretch here at Wolf Creek with the par 4 16th at 393 yards.
Not good.
This one requiring a good drive over the canyon. If you do put that in play, you'll have a chance to make a birdie.
Go left. Go left. Oh, bunker.
Nope, that wasn't
Fairness,
the
I'll
right
take
line.
that.
Pay the price as this ball gonna run off the fairway and into the bunker.
I'll take it. Stop. I think we'll take that.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. That a pure roll there. That is down for a birdie here at 16. Will certainly help the cause. Now to the 17th, par 5 here at Wolf Creek Golf Club.
Yeah, dogleg left. Tee shot obviously has to be played short of that creek down there. It's still going to be a reachable hole, even though this hole's sort of around the 550, 560 mark. But because you've got to play short of that stream, it's going to leave a lengthy second shot, and you've got to get the distance right on the button.
Backspin. Don't roll too much.
Turning out to be a
Perfect.
wonderful Saturday of golf here, and this
Perfect shot.
another fine tee shot.
Just where I wanted it.
Now from way down there, a good look at a second to the par 5.
Like that. As the wind is behind up on under hit there. Because the wind is on me well.
It is one of the more satisfying shots in golf, isn't it? Downwind to a par 5, the second, you knock it on. Chance for eagle.
Certainly shortens up the par 5, that wind at your back, Rich, but you can just surf the wind. Just leave that ball carry and just sail.
What an eagle. What an eagle.
Finishing hole here at Wolf Creek. It's only 307 yards. Frank, where's the trouble here?
Short and to the right of this par 4. Really, there's a multitude of options off this tee. You could hit an iron, you could hit a fairway wood. Even some might try and hit a driver, but you know, that's a little too risky. There's too many problems up ahead if you try and take this
We're going
on.
to wood.
Really, a short club off the tee.
Bounce it up.
Leaving yourself some area of 100.
Don't mind if we get a long
You're going to be putting for birdie
up.
more often than not.
That
We'll
was
take
a
that.
big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. I mean, this would be something. Back-to-back eagles. Going to give it a go.
A bit too much. Oh, right, sorry.
That
But
would've
we'll
been a
take
good
that.
one to convert on. Instead, that'll be left for birdie. Yeah, that's well played.
Ooh.
It's a birdie at 18. That's going to be a third-round score of 65. So for our featured golfer, some good playing and some favorable scoring.
Yeah,
conditions
we need
here
to
on this
score like a
Saturday, but they'll look up at that leaderboard and see they're still well back.
But I think the goal really is to try and shoot back-to-back great rounds, Rich. If anything better than that, maybe
We can get a 12 under, that'd be lovely.
can't control that, but at least get out there tomorrow.
So 6. Wind was 9. Okay, we can take that again. But it all depends on if it's in our favour on the certain holes.
EA Sports
Yeah.
and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada, we present live final round coverage of the Mesquite Classic. What a week and weekend this has been so far. Everything you want in a golf tournament. By nightfall, we will have our winner. As you take a look at the current leaderboard on this Sunday afternoon, Stephen Yeager is your leader. He's at an even 20 under.
Okay. Hopefully this can help us for the next part as well.
Chance to go for this first green in 2.
Not to I would prefer bunker than
But still, nice
the
little
rough.
pitch shot and a good chance to make 4 at the par 5.
bearish.
Just a case of a hole suiting
Like
the
that.
player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Oh, well, that is not what you want to see on the first hole. He's already thinking this better not be one of those days.
One of those days.
It's a par here at the first. It'll hold tight at minus 13.
Right up that leaderboard.
Frank, you need to be a bit of a rock climber. climber just to get to this second tee. 445-yard hole. What a view. Moving on to the 445-yard par 4 second. Severe dogleg left. Aggressive players hitting driver to the left of the visible
We
fairway.
both for it.
Aggressive players will play to the right, but be careful long there and your ball could be lost in the desert moon.
You know, it hits the conch.
Oh, this is well left.
I'll take it.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
So from the rough, here's his second at 2.
Stop.
Okay, on the green, but that's going to leave a
Nice.
putt that will get your attention. He has a 12-footer here. Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And that'll put him at 1 under for his round and 14 under for the tournament. Now on to the third, first of the short holes here at Wolf Creek. Uphill shot, Frank?
Yes, it's going to play a little longer because of that. Then it's 227 yards off the back tee. Hard to imagine you have a par 3 in amongst this desert. And really, that's all it is. Tee and green. There's not much in between. Well protected, as you can see by those bunkers. And this green a little smaller than what you'd like for a hole that's around that 230-yard mark.
No. Last time. I'm feeling maybe.
Well, just far too strong with a tee shot there, and this winds up flying the green. Now some touch needed here for his second.
Did make that stop. No. But that's longer than what I actually just had for putt. Sorry.
Yeah, easy to come up short on that one, but that's a decent effort. That one in for a bogey here at the third. And he'll fall to 13 under. Here at the fourth, 383 yards from the back tee. It's a dogleg right, but Frank, looking at all of those bunkers, you could really make a mess of this hole if you stray.
You can. That's why you've got to simplify it. Just something there that's going to find the fairway. Even like 3-wood and a wedge, that's really all this hole's going to require. Avoid the canyons on the left and in the desert, as well as just, I don't know how many bunkers there is on the right side. So a little bit of fairway up the left, find that there, and really, you should be looking at a birdie putt.
93 yards is the number as he sets for his second.
And to hit it.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that.
I'm not playing my iron shots
Didn't quite look right on that one.
well this one. Yeah, iron shots have not been doing really well. Bit disappointed with my iron shots.
This from about 10 feet. Ooh, that's got a little bit more movement than you think, and that'll slide on by. That one finished off. It is a bogey here at 4. And that's going to drop his score back to 12 under par. Now to the par 5 fifth hole. Cut it over the ridge here, Frank?
Well, if you can, if you dare. And there is actually a stream here. I know we're in the middle of a desert, but if you can clear that stream, that's the main thing. This is a crazy-looking tee shot because It looks like you want to go down that left, down that canyon area, but if you don't know the exact distance you fly the ball, then you're going to be in lots and lots of problems. Those collection of 3 bunkers down the right
Nice.
side, as long as you can avoid that, then that second shot to this par 5, that's not overly long, it's just under 500 yards, is certainly reachable. Second shot will play uphill to a elevated green with, once again, 3 different levels. Two solid shots at the par 5 and found the green side bunker. Lie looks good. Now, just needed a good bunker shot.
Oh, how about that?
What a bunker shot.
Nearly hold it for easy.
What a bunker shot.
Nicely played. It's a birdie at the 5th. And he'll move to 13 under par for the tournament. Next up, 447-yard par 4 6th. If you hit driver off the tee, be mindful of the creek that traverses the fairway, and the approach plays longer than the yardage as it climbs uphill to a really difficult green.
Hold it there. Take that with this 6 hybrid.
Frank, what does the player need to consider on this approach shot here at the 6th?
There's only really one bunker that's a problem. That's the one on the left side. It shouldn't really come into play if you're playing nicely. It's a little narrow in the front, and this green starts to widen up. Once again, distance control and adjusting for the altitude.
Annoying.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realize if you just miss hit the middle of the club by 1/4 of an inch, you lose 10%? That's right, 10%.
Could have gone even further.
Oh, and he didn't hit that squarely at all. Oh, no, I thought that was in for sure. Just a little jag right at the end, going to leave it on the lip. Okay, it's a bogey here at number 6. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit.
Yeah, it's not what we wanted.
Frank, a very
We ain't going to win this tournament, but we've had a good roll.
No, unless you can fly the ball sort of 300 yards on the nose and stop it within sort of 5 or 6 yards, it's really too risky. This green is not very deep, just sort of 10 or 15 yards in depth. It's just a layup
Gamble.
hole. Layup hole it simply doesn't mean grab a club and hit it down the fairway. The best way to play it is to try and hit the ball right on the number. And what I mean by number, I mean the full shot yardage for your second shot, even if that only is a sand iron.
We're going to have about a 90-foot putt. 80-foot putt.
Not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Yeah, you see so many of these long putts like that come
Could have aimed a bit more.
hard mentally to hit the ball much firmer. Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Ah, yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th.
Very nice.
Not say no to that. We think back to the 3rd hole at Wolf Creek, straight up the hill. This 8th is the opposite. It's listed at 248 yards on the scorecard, but it plays significantly shorter than that thanks to a drop of better than 80 feet from tee to green. Keep that in mind when selecting your club.
That's why I'm going for a 5-iron. It's all even going to be long.
Solid shot, and sometimes solid throughout the round.
We're still 59 foot from the hole.
Three putts, a definite possibility here. This is a long look for birdie.
Not really close-ish. We're happy.
Careful with that one. Couldn't be too frisky, and that's not too bad. Yeah, well done. That's in for par. And he'll stay right where he is. This is a good one to close out the front side. 390 yards, a par 4. Yeah, you can hit the big one and just air it out. Finishing up this front side here at the par 4 ninth, 390 yards. And what are we looking at, Frank?
Well, it looks relatively straightforward, but it's anything other than that. Decision time again. Do you lay it up into that wide area of the fairway? If you're a longer hitter and you are out here to have a little bit of fun, then maybe you want to take the head cover off because you get a little bit of an advantage if you can drive it over that last bunker on that right side, or at least take that out of play because you're only going to have a short pitch in here.
Oh. What a lucky shot.
Play right there, and that one on deck. Nope. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. And he'll go out in 36. It's an even par front side. The par 4 10th. What's the right way to attack this hole, Frank?
Rich, you've got to convince yourself there's more fairway down there than what it first looks because of that ridge on that right side. The desert there blocks your view off the tee. But this fairway is just as wide as every other fairway on the golf course. A good drive, sort of 280, 300 yard plus, will always take those bunkers down the left out of play. From there, that second shot, just be aware of where the flag is. If they have it in that front or middle section, this is certainly a birdie hole. Anything on the green is going to be a very sort of makeable putt. Just be careful, though, when that flag is on the back right. That's the hard position because it brings that pot bunker into play.
Oh, no. I thought it was going to bounce towards that bunker there.
A little bit of a misset with the approach shot. That ball barely gets on the front edge.
Yeah, that's a nice putt. Getting it there up the hill was half the battle. This got there just a little wide of the mark. Oh, no. Okay, that one in for a bogey here at 10. And that won't help the cause one bit. Frank, another really rugged hole. This is the par 3 11th here at Wolf Creek.
Rich, remember that book, Dead Solid Perfect? This is what this hole's all about because you must hit that tee shot solid. You've got to carry all the trouble in front of you. And remind yourself, too, there's enough green grass down there. Not necessarily green, but green grass around there. A good shot safely on the putting surface here. And this green's not too severe. But this is a fun par 3 just to look at or even at least experience.
Still not happy with that.
That's going to end up right in the middle of the green. Well, Iona's had a good look. Now this for birdie.
Yeah, it's a long putt, so pace is important, but there's not a whole lot to it. I fancy the chances of getting this close.
Oh, do that. What a
What we
roll.
want.
It was a long one. one in for birdie. Will certainly help the cause. Another spectacular vista from an elevated tee here at the 560-yard par 5 12th. Water down the left of the fairway and to the right of the green. Keep it dry off the tee, and you can get home in two, where eagle or birdie opportunities await.
Come on. Oh, done it again, haven't I? Just
Leeward from the
caught,
tee, and
just
this one is headed
caught
for
it.
Frank.
Which, oh, didn't stayed up. Got downhill putt.
Length will be an issue here, no question, as will
Oh, look how far.
speed down that slope, but this is for an eagle.
Look how much I had to aim left. I had to aim a lot left.
9 feet left here for birdie. He'll say he should have made that.
Don't make that.
That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. He'll remain right where he is. 13th hole, and Frank Wolf.
Can't see when we finish in top
macho
20.
because you can stand on a tee like this and say, you know what? I'm going to take this one over the mountains.
And then, if you do, then you flip the coin. Is it in play or is it out of play? This is one hole. You just you realize you're in the middle of the desert. That's for sure. And one hole that you think, well, if I play this hole a couple of times, I might just get the hang of it.
Green, I'll take that.
That is on in one. Wow, what an incredible shot. So now this one, got to have enough to get up a fairly steep slope. This for eagle.
Maybe short. Right.
Yeah, you really got
Fine.
to put a charge into it up that slope, and that is fairly well done. Let's see if he can knock this in. It's for birdie. Just like that, it's a birdie here at 13. And he's got it to 14 under par. 14th hole here at Wolf Creek. Time to pull out the driver and as well the phone because you want to take some pictures here. What a spectacular view.
Stunning. You can see a whole panoramic sort of 360 degrees right around this golf course. Then when you flick back and actually look at the 14th hole, there's 6 bunkers, 3 really in play with the tee shot, as you can see, the other 3 just up by the green. Anything to the right of those is preferred, unless you want to be playing your second shot out of the canyon or the bunkers.
Nice.
The green should be fairly receptive, and 3 distinct portions, which is sort of a common trait here at Wolf Creek. That's sort of 3 different tier levels and that. But let's see, birdies that to be made at Wolf Creek, maybe even one here.
On that little reach. Yeah. Back towards that hole.
It's a good shot, and more importantly too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Got it there, but not quite on target. He'll finish that one off with no problem. It's in for par, and he'll remain at 14 under. Here at the 15th hole.
10 shots behind the leader.
Bit of a breather here. Nice short par 3. You don't want to miss this green.
No, that's the temptation there. If you try and bite off a little too much because it looks a little too easy, then a bogey here and you're in a bad mood all of a sudden at Wolf Creek.
Okay, center of the green.
Yeah, I could have probably gone a bit further.
Let's bring in Nota Begay the third for a look at birdie.
And this putt moving right the whole way. Got to keep the pace up to hold its line.
Nah, that was low from the start.
Yeah, that's surprising. You wouldn't think he'd leave that short.
Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he'll stay right where he is.
We'll kind of get away with that.
Short par 4, 16th hole, measures only 393 yards. But Frank, as is the case with pretty much every hole, despite the yardage, there's plenty of trouble.
It does. It plays tricks on the mind's eye here. It looks like it's a dog leg going one way, then back the other way. But really, it's built as a straight hole just across the canyon. And that's the way you've got to play it. I don't think you can drive the green, even the longest hitters at 393 yards. But just a nice drive down there. Take the bunkers on, get past there. And before you know it, you've got a little wedge in here. And it should set up nicely for a birdie.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Well played there. A birdie here at 16.
Thank God for that.
He moves to 15 under.
We're not going to probably going to finish in the top
Now the final par 5 on the course.
top 15 or something like that. If we can get an eagle here.
The drive looks relatively straightforward, and I say that because there's a little creek down there that obviously you have to stay short of. But that's the fun part. They want to keep you back in an area where you go, can I hit the second shot across the stream, across the water, and still keep it on the green? And the answer is, I don't know.
That's a lovely shot.
You can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there.
Spin and stop.
Well, that one had to feel good.
Yeah, it struck it
It's
so
spin and
hard,
stop.
you could see
What
by the
that happened?
reaction of that ball when it hit the green, landed so softly.
Oh, last second it went off to
Got a
the
pretty
right.
good run at it. That would have been a nice eagle, but couldn't quite find the line. Yes, some good playing here toward the end of the round. Birdies at 16 and 17 to 16 under par.
Yeah, 16. Well,
Frank, again,
get another birdie here would be happy as well.
short par 4.
Yeah, if you looked at the scorecard, you'd think you could drive this green, but one quick look at the trouble in front and to the right of the screen, and you realize that's probably not the prudent play. Really, something 230, 240 yards off the tee in that vicinity is going to leave you just a flick wedge into this green. It is a rather narrow green, but from that distance, you'd expect to hit it close.
That is started right, and that is trouble. Oh, and a very rare mistake in what has been a terrific round to this point, as that is going to be into the water.
No.
It's going to leave some work, but it'll end up okay. Not an easy one, 20 feet away.
Up. We'll click the other side in it. Again, I just those edges of the cup.
Off to the right, leave maybe
Gonna drop a shot.
coming back. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And he's going to fall to 15 under.
20 seconds.
So, Frank, a few good things.
20
take
seconds.
from the weekend, but
9 off the lead.
this course just got the better of him.
Yeah, it did. But
Tommy
look, we went
Fleetwood.
full distance. That's the important thing.
Well
You know,
done,
tee
Tommy
off on a
Fleetwood.
Sunday, even if it's not a great week, every day you get out to play golf, especially in competition.
Bit of a shame. But, ladies and gentlemen, I am sorry to say that is going to be the end of the stream. I hope you like this stream. I will be back on Tuesday morning at 9:30 on Kick and on Twitch. Now, ladies and gentlemen, have a lovely time. Stay safe and enjoy the weekend. Bye from now.